Yeah, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Creative Linkup podcast. Yeah, this is episode 2, and I'm welcoming you all to this great live podcast, which you are going to be learning one or two things creatively, and as you know, uh, our topic for this episode. It is a nice topic which we all creative people really need to know about, which is from skill to income, making creativity sustainable. Most of we creatives don't know our craft is beyond passion. We can actually make it sustainable. We can actually make income from it because it is a craft or it is something we are passionate about doesn't mean you can't make income from it. It doesn't mean we can't it doesn't mean we can't make income from it, like I said. And also it doesn't mean we can't make a sustainable income, not just making income anyways, a sustainable income. So for those of us joining us live, um, kindly please follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, comment, like, and engage on each episode we are dropping. And one of the key things is that a lot of creatives are talented and they are still struggling. Like they are still struggling to make things right from their passion, from their craft. So let's talk about why. And that is why we are having an amazing guest with us in the studio today. So I've been introducing our guest very soon as I'm trying to reach out to him to join us on the call. So he's going to share with us. He's going to share with us uh, what and how we can actually make income, a sustainable income from our craft as a creative person. So I'm trying to reach out to him. So he's going to join us now. He's going to join us now. So if you are actually uh, joining us live now, I would love to put a very tangible question down, which is how do you think you can make a sustainable income as a creative from your craft? So he's going to join us very soon. It's going to join us very soon. Uh, it is joining us very soon. It's joining us very soon. So, how do you think we can make a sustainable income as a creative person? Does it mean being a creative person, you can't make money from your craft? Is it a yes or no?
Am
Okay,
I
yes,
going
we
to
have our
am I
guest
going to show my face?
now. Welcome, Mr. Tola Busari on the call.
Yeah, thank you for
Mr.
having
Tola,
me.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me too? Am I audible?
Mr. Tola, can you hear me at all?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, very good, very good. Thanks for
Am I audible
joining.
as well? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, we can hear you very well, sir.
Awesome, 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 awesome.
Yes, we can hear you very well, sir. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate this great privilege for
You're
joining
welcome.
us. Yeah. So, Mr. Tola, I have a very quick question for you before we dive into the topic.
Okay.
When did you first realize your creativity could pay?
Come again.
When did you first realize that your creativity could pay?
Ah, right from right from day one, right from my childhood. Let me say, probably when I was 5 years old, I think it's been monetized from an early age. Yes, because
From
the
age
reason,
5?
yes, the reason why I said that is because I remember when I drew my class teacher, so she used to give me something like maybe buy kitchen, buy it and all that. So, and I have that impression of okay, if I can if I can draw someone and they reward me with biscuit or sweet, definitely it is going to be a big something in the future. So it's from the day one.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So that means you've already seen yourself as a creative person from age 5, right?
No, honestly, I do tell people this thing is inbuilt. Like I was born with it. Like I was born in it. So it's
Wow.
not the only thing that distinguishes it is I try to uh upgrade a little bit. Let me put it that way. So uh, I'm a creative personnel from day one.
Yeah, what?
I'm a creative person from day one.
Okay, okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. Just like me too, anyways. I've always seen myself like a creative person as well because when I was so very young, I do like see posters, see ambience, and I do wonder how can someone living like someone that is still alive on a paper, you understand? So I will always ask myself that question inside of me, like, how do they do this thing? How do they like get to put someone that is still alive inside paper? So that was when I actually also declared that yes, I'm a creative person and I will definitely be a creative person, which is very amazing. And thank God for today, we are making it. We are making it. So that's amazing. So diving into the topic for this episode, which is from skill to income, making creativity sustainable. So I have this I have just five discussion angles we I would love us to touch. One is turning skill into value. Like how can we turn our skill into value? Because most of creatives out there are very talented, but they are still struggling, which is not making any sense enough. And some people will be like, it is the country. And I don't think it's actually the country. And I can say it's still not, it's still the country, or probably it's not the country. But because we have someone like you in the industry making it, trying so hard to let others know that yes, you can actually turn this creative skill into a value. Then the second discussion is that pricing fear, because there are some people as well, they always undervalue their self, or let me say undervalue their skill to to name their price to their prospect clients. So the next one is free work versus strategic exposure.
Okay.
The fourth one is monetizing without selling out. Then the fifth, which is the last discussion point, is clients versus collaborators. So let's start from turning skill into value. So what can you say, or what do you understand about turning skills into value? We would love to learn from you, sir.
Okay. Uh, you know, turning a skill or making a skill valuable is something that is very, very uh, critical. Let me put it that way. But I remember a phase, my journey, where I was getting better at design, but the income didn't reflect it. So when you have the skill and you have the passion, but the money was not that consistent, there is a little bit of you need to check yourself. So that is where the conviction comes. And
Okay.
because we always thought about something that when you are very good at something, the money will definitely come. But that's not always the truth. Sure, you understand?
Mm,
That's always the truth. But what changed for me when I stopped focusing only on the craft, because that is where people made a lot of mistakes. They are
mm.
so focused on their skills.
Instead of making money.
100% is basically on skills. You are doing that, you are not you are not helping yourself. So, and the moment I start understanding the business behind the craft itself, the skill, and how to position my work, how to communicate the value, and how to build the system around what I do, that is when creativity stop being just something I love, and start becoming something that will actually sustain me. Do you understand? So it's when you understand the business of the skills that you have, that is where you can now see that, oh, okay, this is how I can position myself. This is how I can let the people see the value, and this is how I can communicate it to them. That, okay, if you do this, this is what you get, and you know how you build a system around it. Sure. So
Mhm.
it is very, very important to understand the business behind the skills that you have. Even if you have 1,000 skills, if you don't have a business around it, if you don't understand the business behind it, trust me, you are not going anywhere. You just be sharpen the skills. You just say, I know this, I can do this, whereas you are not making a progress. So it is
Oh,
very, very
wow.
to understand the business behind that skill that you know.
So what you're trying to say in essence is that we understanding the business behind
The
the
skill,
skill is
yes,
very, very, very important. It's not just about you upgrading your skill without you understanding the business of the
about
skill.
the of this thing though, I know how to do this or I have the passion for it. No, 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 no. It's about understanding the business behind it.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. So understanding the business about the skill is one of the key points to turn your skill into value. So the next discussion is pricing fair. What can you really say about, because this actually rampant in the creative industry very, very well, because I could tell that some creatives always, most of them has this low self-esteem kind of, I don't know, but to place value on your craft is very, very essential. So I don't know, what can you really say about price fearing? And some others too overcharge their clients, and they will start losing clients because some will say, okay, they do say we should value our skill, we should value our skill. They will just like say, okay, this is the amount for a flyer or for a logo or for a brand identity or for a motion design, like that. And at the end of the day, the client is going to just walk away without even doing the project anymore with that person. So what can you say about pricing first?
Well, when it comes to pricing, uh, you know, pricing is one of the when we are talking about the topics, or let me say about course on design, is one of the most treatable subject or topic that someone needs to really understand. Trust me, I personally I don't have a fixed price, and I can tell you categorically that I don't have this thing, this what um, card rate, or what do you call it?
Yeah, card
Rate card.
rates.
Yes,
Rate card
rate
rather.
card.
Yeah, rate card.
I don't use rate card. I don't use rate card, honestly.
Wow.
But I use invoice. So I don't use a rate card, because when a new prospect reach out to you and, okay, we want to see your rate card, I don't have rate card though, but I'll tell them, I charge based on the conversation I have with my client.
Wow.
That is why sometimes I don't overcharge or undercharge, because
So should
in
I say, sorry, sir, should I say
yeah,
that's part of your originality? Because listening to one of your, is it a live session, I think some years back, you do speak about originality. Should I say
yeah.
that's one part of your originality? And also, what what how do you know that, okay, this price that you are charging your client, it is best project? How do you know?
Well, that is what I said. Uh, Most of the times, I communication matters. Trust me, communication matters the most. There are three actually. Well, and I have what I call average price. I have average price, which is I have something of basic, I have standard, I have premium, but they are still not my rate card. So, and the moment you reach out to me and we have smooth conversation, maybe 2 or 3 lines, I already know, I can easily perceive that okay, this is a big fish. I mean, this is a big client. So I will know how to charge, or probably depends on the industry. Because trust me, if you are in finance, let's say oil and gas, and or all this fintech kind of, and you come to me and say this is, I already know. Okay, yes, you have money. You are not a startup. You are not SME.
Mm-hmm.
So I know how I can deal with those things. So, and to now answer your question about the price, I think for the starter, you don't need to overcharge. You charge based on your own level now. For instance, if let's say you want to design a flyer, and normally it's not supposed to be like, let's say, 10,000 naira, and the client reach out to you and say you want to charge 50,000 naira. The client will now keep asking, what are the other things that will make me pay 50,000 naira for the flyers? The values they are getting and the likes. Or is there any other additional things that come with the package? And if you cannot answer the client directly or rightly, definitely they will know that, oh, you are just saying the price. The next thing is, we will get back to you. So you have to be prepared. Any amount you are charging, know that you can back it up, or probably you can defend it. You can't just say, okay, I want to handle your branding now, brand identity, the complete brand identity. I charge you 2 million naira, and at the long run, you are just giving them a logo. You'll be amazed. How come? Why am I paying 2 million naira for just a logo? That is when people will now keep saying just a logo. No, and it's not just a logo. There
Yeah,
are other things that come with it. The strategy, the paparazzi, and all the stories behind everything. So you have to be prepared. Prepare yourself very well that, okay, if I charge 50,000 naira, I can defend it. If I charge 100,000 naira, I have some friends that if you want to design a flyer, they will collect 100,000 naira. That's the minimum they did. One flyer, 100K. And we have some people that collect 3,000 naira. I once collected 3,000 naira. So it's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. But what I see now that is trending, or that is really happening among our design ecosystem, is that they just want to start big. The
exactly.
moment the
Most of them
moment they
are
know
just
how to
after
design
that
now,
money.
you know, okay, they just want to start any big, and it is not like that. It's gradual process. They can tell you, I will design flyer for 50K. For what? For what? What do you want to use? Are you buying? So, but it depends actually, because I believe in negotiation. If I tell you, if I tell you, okay, my flyer is 50,000 naira. If you are cool by it, fine. If you are not cool by it, fine. But
Fine.
it's always a good thing to have something to fall back to. Like, what I'm talking about is portfolio, what you've done, because it always gives you an edge for a new client, or probably someone recommend you or revert you, because they will know that, okay, so person handle this thing, and they already see what you've done. So it give you a leverage to charge as
Yeah,
much as you like, because you already have wings, and you can say, okay, I designed for so, I did this so. You can check it out. Or if you don't want to mention, you can give them your, or you can share them with your design design file, whereby they can say, oh, okay, so this 50,000 naira is for this and that, and that just it. So in conclusion, charge based on your current standard, current state. So don't overcharge and don't undercharge.
don't undercharge.
Yes.
Very good. That's a very thoughtful one. That's a very thoughtful one, because I really need people like our creatives to like understand this, which is very important. very, very important because most of people are seeing opportunities out there, but they are just misusing it based on their pricing stuff, which is not quite good enough. So moving on to the next discussion is free work versus strategic exposure. Because just like what has been trending is it few months ago now, yes, about this musician doing flyer for him free of charge
Yeah,
without him asking
motivate.
and those things. I don't know. What can you really say about free work versus strategic exposure? Because they are mixing these things together, which is quite different. It is two different things entirely.
I can't hear you anymore.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me very well, sir?
I hear you now.
Okay, good. So what I'm saying is that free work versus strategic exposure. I can see that most of creatives are really mixing these things together. Like they believe doing free work give them this exposure, give them awareness from maybe prospect clients or from viewers or from followers or from potential clients out there. So I'm just using this this gospel musician scenario as a case study here because most of our creative designers, especially the graphic designers, they are really mixing these two things together, which is quite different. Free work versus strategic exposure, sir.
Yes. Well, um, I think what worked for me might not work for others, and vice versa. What works for others might not work for me. But at the same
Exactly.
time, I think generally we need to have a conference whereby we can have a conversation with upcoming designer or all these new designer. I'm sorry I use the word upcoming or probably new designer, because if you are just starting out, let's say you're just starting out this year or even last year, say new
Or
designer.
even 2 years back.
So you're still a new designer. Even if you are making it, you are still a new designer because that
Exactly.
the the experience and all that. So it's not how far or how well, but
Wow, well, yeah.
yeah, we are still moving, we are progressing. So, and we need to talk to them about all this. It's just a bit. It's a bit actually because uh the the guy just that okay, they those guys, the musician, whoever that those guys thought they are helping the designers for the exposure, whereby a lot of people see their creativity and they will reach out to them. That is a no. They are helping themselves. They are promoting themselves. They are not promoting the designer. They are promoting themselves.
Themselves, exactly.
I always say if if they are not taking this profession, graphic designer, with a very uh strict, they will not take us serious. Because imagine you go to hospital and said, okay, all the doctors and nurses come outside, come and perform some operation or some, and I'll pick the best. It's not done. Or
Yeah, exactly.
this designer,
Exactly.
all the musicians come and sing for me. I'll pick the best. Doesn't make so. And I understand that a lot of designers. they want to be seen. They want to be seen by all means. They are hungry for something. Yes, we are all hungry for something. But when it comes to open context, it is it it is it always favors the organizer, not the participant. Because if you look at the turnaround of those designers, it's more than 1,000 of people go into that content. And how many people did he pick? In fact, he doesn't want to pick anybody, not because of the call out. That is when you do start to say, okay, let me credit you for a lazy 500K. There are another guy 500K. I don't know. So my
Sorry.
advice to all designers, not every open contest you join. You know,
Mm.
you don't design for trend. You know that okay, you as a that is why I always say it. Design is not a side, it's a real profession, it's a career.
Exactly.
If you are still seeing a designer or a design as a side hustle, you are not ready. But see this thing as a career path, as a real profession, almost you will definitely take it serious with your own life. So that's just it.
Okay. Because this thing really rampant about in our industry a lot,
It
and
happens now and then. It happens every now and then.
exactly, because I could remember one short clip which a content creator did, I think some months back now, if not, yeah, this year, some months back now. Speaking of, you can't build a house, become, you can't own a car if you're a graphic designer. So, like,
That is frustrated. That guy is not a designer. He's hustler.
yeah,
A hustler.
exactly.
Tried many so many skills. And trust me, he doesn't spend a month or 2 months on the skill. So and
Exactly.
you can't just jump into something now and you are expecting a result. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
God forbid,
They are actually chasing the money. Like they are after the money, not
not
about, they don't even have passion for the craft. They don't have passion for the skill.
there's nothing like miracle now. You have to work before the result now. You have to work. So it's
Exactly.
frustrating. It's frustrating. So I don't want to talk about
Very frustrating anyway. Because I could see back then
what we
with so many designers were dragging him like, no, don't say this, don't say that. And there is still one guy too that posted on X, I think some months back as well. Speaking of, can one designer come out and say he bought a car, like a real car from graphic design? I was like, what the hell is this? So I just don't know. Just like you said earlier, I think we really need to like have a very big conference to speak about all these things because it is very important. And because the way we as a creative um, people as a whole, the way we are even picturing our skill, our craft is not making sense enough. It's not making sense enough. And that is why we really see all this kind of insults from other people, from different people.
know why it's like that. Because
Yes, sir.
many people that are coming to design industry now, they are not trained.
Mm. That's true. Most of them are just YouTube learner. They are YouTube learner, exactly.
So they are not trained. Most of the designers are they are the beneficiary of add-ons. What I mean by add-on is just drag and drop. The likes of
Mm-hmm.
the the likes of the Figma, it's just drag and it's template. Tola Alabi said something about it 3 days ago. So they are not trained.
Yeah, they can't actually create. That's the point.
Creativity
Exactly. They can't create. They don't
something
have the knowledge of creation.
that is you imagine you spend 3 to 6 months to be trained for graphic design and you'll be doing like this. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a valid point. So let's move on to the next, which is the fourth discussion for this episode before moving to the next one, which is the last question. Is monetizing without selling out. You know, the world now is now social media, content creating, and everybody is like trying to um, make money from what they are doing.
Yeah.
You understand? And one thing that baffles me a lot about this particular um, question is that being a creative person and you want to monetize your maybe your account, you want to monetize your account by doing content, creating content, maybe on a daily basis or on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, is that some people the content they are even creating is not just even corresponding to what they are doing as a skill. And some are corresponding but off, kind of. They are not seeing the off out of the content they are creating, but they are just all about content, content. I want to monetize, I want to make money. And the big question about this particular, there is question under this particular question is that are we actually are we actually a creative person, like maybe a graphic designer, motion designer, logo designer, photographer, developer, or we are a content creator? Are we turning our skill to a content creating? How can we monetize without selling out? Like we monetizing and still be on track as a creative person, either you're a photographer, developer, whatever niche you are. So what can you really say about that, sir?
Well, uh, eh, there's this adage in Yoruba. Wọ́n ní kò sí ọ̀nà tí ò wọjà. Ológun ni kò sí ọ̀nà tí ò wọjà. So the main goal is to get to the market. Without this that way, just make sure that you get to the market. But trust me, I said something earlier that when we see ourselves, our this graphic design, or let me say, okay, in general, we are creative industry, and we
Yeah,
see it profession, profession, not side hustle. That is when we get serious. Because you can't expect me as a person that okay, yes, I said okay, I design for a living, I'm a brand identity designer, I create designs, I do web design, anything surrounding design. I print and all that. So and you now see me promoting something else. It's it's just except I have another business that I'm into. Do you understand? If you see me
yeah,
promoting something out of the that is me promoting my other business. I never promote even if I have another business, the business I have we have to it's designed to have and you said it that is because of money. Everybody wants to have money.
Money.
Right? So I don't blame them. Trust me, I don't blame. That's what I said. We have different roads that lead to the market. The goal is to reach the market. So I will only talk to myself that Tola, focus, remain focused. Yes, you want money, but remain focused. And trust me, if I remain and I remain consistent, trust me, I will definitely get there. I don't need to I don't need to be frustrated. I will definitely get there. It might take time, yes. Rome wasn't built in a day. I will definitely get there. That is my own philosophy. That is my own way of living. Because I believe in building. Once you can build something in particular, the time the result will be sprouting out, like you'll be amazed, you'll be marveled. You yourself will be like, she also go wọlé. Whereas you work for it and the result will just be poo, 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 poo. So monetizing is a very, very good ideology. Even that is why I commend some of the ladies now, the likes of Christy Douglas, even Tina Brand. They are doing a fantastic job whereby they are creating content related to, they are trying to bring in new styles into design, whereby they will teach. If there is any new resources, they will make sure that they will put it into that content they are making. It's lovely, but doing something aside that is what I don't. Me personally, I won't promote. But if you can use your skill, your creativity to promote what you do, it's okay.
Exactly my point. Like using your skill to promote, like promoting your skills in one way, or maybe there is uh, either maybe kind of maybe version of software, or maybe an idea about your craft that can actually lead um, someone to a greater space, just like this guy usually do. Sam, I know him as Sam. This guy that always use this slang. If you like, you like. If you like, you don't like. I go. You understand? I don't know if you know the guy. So every Monday, he always like bring any digital product that is valuable for creatives and review it. You understand? Be like, okay, maybe this microphone now, as a creative, if you use this, it's going to do this, it's going to do this, it works for this, it's this and that. That's a very creative content. You understand? A very creative content that you will actually learn one or two. If it is working for you or it's not working for you, at least you will know this is a valuable content as a
Yeah,
creative person. It's not going
yeah.
to go beyond creativity or beyond creative industry. So that is what I won't really buy anyways, because I can see people are just about the content, the money, monetization, money, and they forget about the skill.
I don't blame them actually. I don't blame them. That is what I said. What works for you might not work for me. So and
Work
it's
for
fine.
me exactly.
But I will tell you this is the right thing to do. You not say no, you are going this way. You are free. You are free to go.
Sure, sure. So the last discussion will be client versus collaborators, because this is actually kind of deep and kind of a bit complex, because there are some creatives that actually see collaborators as clients, whereas they are not clients. They might be like, ah, Sam, please, I need a flyer for a particular event. The event is for my friend over. I'm just trying to support him, and I don't have money to pay this and that, or maybe probably I'll just give you data money, that kind of stuff. So should we call that a collaborator or a client? You understand? Mixing it together, like, are you coming as a client or you are coming as a collaborator? Because if you are coming to me to tell me that, okay, you need a flyer for an event, you are trying to support someone, that's none of my own business.
Yeah.
You should know you have to pay for what you want to support someone for. But because you know me, or because you know I do this thing, you are trying to come for help, I should come in with my own creative skill, you understand, to also join in supporting. Isn't that a collaboration? You understand? I think that is a collaboration. So you stand as a collaborator, not a client. So I want you to really put more light to it, because so many are taking collaborators as clients and they are losing it.
I think the the question probably, or the topic, we just need to retwist it a little bit, because when you say collaboration, I was even thinking about collab
Collaborators.
some other guys like web designers, web developers, UI designer, printers, whereby you guys work together, on a project. Which is, I always preach that I collaborate with a lot of guys, even my fellow designers, whereby they outsource, when they have a project at hand and the client is on their neck, and they now say, "Oh, I have a guy I can bring in to get this thing done." So we do that often. So, but when it comes to this one that you just narrate, it's I think I will categorize it into free design, free client. Yes, kind of.
Exactly.
Yes, because uh, you coming to me and be telling me that, okay, I want to support a friend of mine, and this is what I have. I don't need to know. You don't need to tell me that he's a friend of yours. It is you, because at the long run, you are the one that will get praise, because
Mhm.
you're putting a curtain, especially in this election period, whereby you print posters and the like. Okay, look,
You
the
get it. You get it.
dynamics. They will not put your name now as a designer. Is the sponsor,
Exactly.
they will put the name there. So it's it's two things. It's two things. That's why I call it free design. As a person, if you come to me and say you want this and that, blah 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 blah. If my mind work with you, I might not collect 1 naira from you. It's two things. That is, I always look this thing in 2 weeks. And if I might say no, dollar collect money, I will kill you. You just have the money, then bye bye. That is it. If you are coming to me and you start saying this, blah, blah, if if this is me, I'll say no one, no one. But if,
Mm-hmm.
trust me, if you cannot pay, bye bye. Okay, no. Just, you are not paying for my data, you are not paying for my phone, you are not paying for my time, you are not paying for my creativity. So it's either yes or no. And there will not be wahala, there will not be fight, we will be good afterward. It might just be only that project that we don't work on. We can work on another project. So, and we are fine.
Okay, very good, sir. So, rounding it up with this last session is that I would love you to um, like enlighten us about communicating value confidently, like communicating value confidently as a creative person, either to your client or to your creative fellows while trying to collaborate. Do you understand?
My brother, communication is the key because that is why we always say it that if you don't understand whatever your client is telling you, keep asking
Hmm.
questions. I don't know, maybe it's we have it for flyers for anything design actually. There's what we call
Mhm.
questionnaire. We have series of questions that we normally send to the client, whereby the client will find time to answer all the questions. And after the client answer the question, you yourself you read it, you digest it. If you still don't understand everything, there's what we call onboarding. You call, you have a conversation with
Yeah,
your client. It's either two ways. We are modeling different fashion. There are some people that they understand better by communication through talker like calls, and
exactly. Yeah,
they like it written whereby they will type. So if you fall into category of making a pause, you do for a better understanding. And you must definitely have a pen and note whereby you jot something that. And if you are not cool with calling, do what we call uh, typing. You ask questions.
what do you call it?
So ask questions. Ask questions. And there's what we call illustration as well. If you don't understand calls, you don't understand the chat, there's what we call illustration. What is the illustration? They can easily sketch something for you. It can be rough sketch, and that will give you
Okay.
an idea of what exactly they want. So it's there's no way if you use calls, if you use chat, if you don't get that, they can have this. If even the illustration can come in videos, maybe different slides, so that at least you have the understanding, the full understanding of what your client wants from you. It is very very important. If you don't understand, you just go back and forth. So communication is
Now
very very.
that's
You have to be clear.
very, very important. Yeah, that's very good. That's a very good one. So rounding it up, sir, what will be the advice you will give the creatives out there to make their craft or their skill like to be very sustainable, like to make a sustainable income from it, rather than just doing free or just seeing it as a passion?
Uh, I think uh let me maybe maybe I have I have this okay, I have seven songs, so if time permit I will just read it so that we can
Okay,
get
no
it.
problem, no problem, sir.
Number one, skills get you in the room, but value is what gets you paid.
If
Skill
okay,
gets you in the room, but value is what gets you paid.
mm, mm,
A lot of creatives are in their craft, but not their position.
mm.
Number three, if people don't understand what you do, they won't pay for it, no matter how good you are.
Hmm.
Number four, feasibility is not noise, it's proof of work. Number five, you don't build sustainable income from random gigs, you build it from repeated stems.
Repeatable.
Stems. Number,
Hmm.
the goal is not to have more clients, it's to have better structured work.
Work. Exactly.
Number seven, creativity becomes sustainable when it's predictable.
Can you expatiate that, sir? Creativity becomes
Sustainable when it's
sustainable.
predictable.
I would
Or
love you to expatiate that when it
for
is
you to
predictable.
say, okay, this part is clear.
I can hear you, sir.
You already know that this part is clear. So no doubt.
Mm,
What
mm.
do
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it now. I get it now. That's very deep. That's very deep. That's very deep. So I think that will be all for now and for this episode, Creative Linkup podcast. And we appreciate our guest, Mr. Tola Busari, the logo guy. So we really appreciate you showing up on Creative Linkup podcast for this episode. We appreciate you. But before you leave, sir, we would love us, we would love you to like share your social media handles for people out there that want to like reach out to you or to collaborate with you, sir.
Tola
Sir,
everywhere? Tola graphic.
everywhere at Tola Graphics. Is the graphics
So
PHICS or FIX?
RA
Okay, GRAFIX.
FIK.
FIK. Okay, FIK. So for people that want to actually reach out to Mr. Tola or you want to collaborate with him, so just search for him on every social media platforms at Tola Graphic. The graphic is GRAFIK. Thank you once again, Mr. Tola, for joining us on the call on this episode. Thank you very much, sir.
For having me.
I hope next time when we need you, you are going to show up.
God grace.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. You do have a great weekend, sir.
You too. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
bye. Yeah,
Bye, sir.
bye.
So that is a wrap for episode 2 on Creative Linkup podcast. As you can hear, all what we discussed about making your skill sustainable for you, about you making a sustainable income from it, aside being a passion, and you would really learn a lot from this episode. Thank you once again. My name is Shokoti Samson Oluwabumi. People call me Dynamics, and that will be all for now. Bye.